Overall, the Warriors go 28 of 28 from the charity stripe and get a much-needed win. They win the season series against Memphis. They own the tiebreaker and move up to 5th place in the Western Conference with 7 games to go here in the regular season. We welcome everybody to Toyota Warriors postgame live with the Hall of Famer Chris Mullin, NBA champ Festus Ezeli. I am Bonte Hill. A 45-point first quarter, and then it was hang on for dear life against the Grizz.
If this is what the playoffs are going to look like, Bonte, sign me up all day. I know you were excited about that. You saw a lot of buckets today. I could see that this game meant a lot to the Warriors. And how you could tell from this game, well, they made 22 threes. 12 of those came from the chef himself. Steph Curry had himself a night. This is one of those games, a playoff-type atmosphere where you put your team on the back of your superstars. Jimmy Butler had 27 points. Draymond Green had a triple-double. Steph Curry had a 52-point game, 52-point double-double with 8 assists and 5 steals all across the board. This was a great game, but 28 for 28 on the free throw line, that is the most impressive thing I've seen so far for the Warriors.
Great NBA game. High skill level, big-time shot making. The Warriors' three-point shooting was the difference, along with the free throws. Obviously, Steph had an incredible game, Jimmy and Draymond, but 2 huge plays. One tip-in by Pajemski, and then a corner 3 by Moody. So the young fellas showed up big when they needed it, and the superstars carried the most of the game, but they did a really good job. It had a playoff atmosphere, really enjoyable game to watch.
Jimmy Butler wanted to quiet his 27 6-4 games because of Steph Curry's 50-burger. Speaking of his 50-burger, he stopped by to speak to Fitz and Buki out in Memphis.
All right, Steph, you don't make a field goal in December in this building, and you leave tonight with 52. I bet that wasn't on your mind at all.
Actually, it wasn't.
Really? Come on.
I told you I got amnesia.
Yes.
That's why you keep shooting. But thanks for reminding me. Obviously, this is a different part of the year, different team, different stakes on the line, and for us to, start the way we did, that's the most important thing against Memphis. When we get off the slow starts, they get to control the tempo. They have us reeling, and then it's usually never a good outcome. So we were very intentional in that first quarter. Obviously, shots got to fall, but that set the tone for the whole game.
And you also had the 8 assists, Steph. How hard is it for you when you're having such an incredible game like that, where the flow is there, you're in that flow state, to still think the game and make the right basketball play as guys are jumping out at you all over the place, making those right passes?
It's a balance, just like you said. You have to, stay aggressive, especially when I was hot like that. There was a couple possessions in the beginning of the fourth where I wanted to see how really hot I was. And then after that, you kind of settle down and just get good possessions. We got that 3, the relocation 3 I got in the corner was off a swing, drive and kick. The 3 Mo got, even if it's not my assist, getting the ball moving is always great when I demand a lot of attention.
How aware are you of threes made in a game when you start getting close to that record at 12 and Clay's still sitting there at 14?
That was the first 2 threes of the fourth quarter. I definitely was thinking about Clay in Chicago. This is as close as I've been with the amount of time left. But then after that, reality check. We got to win the game, so you don't want to sabotage anything.
Steph, you made 8 of 8 free throws. It could have been 16 for 16, but I always say you're the most mentally tough player in the NBA because of the lack of a whistle, whatever you want to call it. But what's it like in a game like this where you're playing this well? It seems like there's a lot of contact happening. How do you just avoid being frustrated and continue to play like you do time and time again?
It's my reality. I've been in this situation for a long time. It's like a playoff game. Like, you have to adjust to what how the game's being called. You can have a reaction, but you don't want to let it distract you from, what the task is. So I think trying to stay as even keel as possible. That doesn't mean you're passive or giving into it. You're kind of fighting through it and not looking to get bailed out, even though, you feel like it's not going your way.
We've talked a lot about Draymond and Jimmy Butler and their tandem defensively and things like that. How about you and Jimmy as a closer, with Jimmy 27 tonight, 12 of 12 from the line, having him as a tag team partner, knowing that 9 guys can't guard you all the time?
That's, why the trade makes so much sense for us, and why, the results have been there ever since. It's a great tandem in terms of, like you said, 2 different styles. And, when we're locked in and have good spacing, he demands a lot of attention. He always makes the right play. Like you said, he can get to the line because he's such a presence. He knocks him down. And then, yes, sir. Come on, big time, baby. And, you know, even on the defensive end, the steal he had on Ja down the stretch was just high IQ basketball. Like, we love playing meaningful games. Coach said it before the game, this is a meaningful game. All the rest of them down the regular season are going to be like that. So for us to be able to step up the way we did, total team effort, but I like me and Jimmy leading it.
All right, we'll let you go with the most serious question. Is Kevon Looney not getting enough three-point looks?
It's 2025, you know. we gotta you know, stretch out the playbook, I guess, and set some pin-ins for Tune to get his threes up. I like where he's at right now.
Thanks, Steph. Thanks for stopping. 52-10-8 for Stephen Curry in Memphis. Yeah, he didn't know he went 0 for 7 the last time he was here. He said that with a straight face.
Right.
So Curry brings out the crowd here in Memphis. The Warriors, they get the win. They own the tiebreaker. And it's off to L.A. to complete the longest road trip of the year.
3-2 on this road trip, and you see Stephen Curry with his 15th career 50-point game. He started off red hot in the first quarter, 19 points. He had 19, 5 and 4 after the opening quarter and 5 made threes. You see the stat line there, folks. 5 steals, 8 assists, 10 rebounds, flirting with a triple-double, a masterful performance, and they needed every single one of those points, Fezzi.
What I saw tonight, Bonte, was a great adjustment by Steph Curry and the Warriors. The whole time, using Steph's gravity. Obviously, he started hot. But as the game went along, you saw a lot of back cuts by Jimmy Butler, by Draymond Green, and I saw Steph Curry get top-locked, meaning the defense wasn't letting him get to the three-point line, and they were using it against it. They swing the ball to Draymond, and they used that gravity to get a layup for Steph. Just a great adjustment by the Warriors, incredible showing by Steph Curry, and every time he hit a three, it felt like it was a home game right there for the Warriors in Memphis.
I mean, look at the stats there. Look at the efficiency numbers. 12 of 20 from 3. Finding 20 three-point shots is hard enough. Knocking down 12 is amazing.
Look at this. He's now in the top 10 for most career 40-point games in NBA history. Nobody's catching Wilt Chamberlain. Michael Jordan's on this list. Kobe Bryant, but you got LeBron. You got all the greats on this list.
That's awesome list.
Kevin Durant, of course, Kevin Durant's going to be out the rest of the week with a sore ankle, but he's now in the top 10. He surpassed Jerry West for 25th on the all-time scoring list in NBA history. So the accolades just continue to churn out here, Fezzi. And we're going to have more accolades right here in the wall, fellas. I mean, I could write it down, but I'll run out of space here. All right? We'll get the wall rolling here, but you guys get the point. 52 points,
He's
10
got so many
rebounds.
records, he broke the screen.
He broke the screen. All right. So he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 40-point games. Becomes the oldest player in NBA history to record a 35-5 game in a single half. Of course, he has 12 made threes. You see this list over here, games with 40-plus points, 10-plus threes. Stephen Curry has 23. There's 4 NBA combined from other players in the league. So you guys get the point. He was cooking tonight and setting more records.
So well-deserved. I mean, just incredible. Every night Steph steps on the court, it seems like he's breaking another record. But to me, to pass Jerry West is amazing. To pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 40-point games, you can't think of 2 players polar opposites of the way they played the game. Just truly amazing. And in his 16th year, just a credit to his work ethic, his discipline, his commitment to strength and conditioning. Amazing performance.
Yeah, y'all, I'm finding it really hard to believe that Steph did not remember that he had went 0 for 7 the last time he was in Memphis. He came out there like a bat out of heck, and he really was trying to make a point tonight. You see, so that, I love that.
Great wordplay, let's keep it rolling, man. I think he got bullied there.
He may not remember that he had 0 field goals made, but I think he remembered of the boxing one, and when he didn't see it, he's like, I'm free. Let's play. Let's go.
What was Memphis doing? Let's follow the magic, courtesy of Humboldt County here. And it's going to be all 12 of his made threes today. You look, my boy Darryl the Guru Johnson from 95.7 game. You guys both know him. He texted me right before tip-off. Man, Curry's got a fresh cut, fresh lining. I think you better watch out.
That had nothing to do with it.
Well, I'm going to give Guru some credit because I think the haircut, there was some magic within the fresh lining.
No,
so what, is more aerodynamic? What are we talking about here? Steph Curry right now is on a tear. He had 13 points last game. What else do you want me to do? I'm going to come out here and show you guys that I'm still ready for this game to go the long haul. And this was one of those showings, one of those classic showings by Steph Curry where, man, that ball kept going right in, and guys kept finding him. 29 assists for the Golden State Warriors.
No, so I'm still trying to figure out, Bonte, what he's the guru of, but this wasn't not the haircut. It was the circumstances. This was the biggest game of the season. They get up to the 5 seed, came in, to this game with Memphis. If they lost, they go into the play-in.
Right.
So
just
all
like that.
stakes, everything's on the line. Steph showed up huge. Jimmy Butler was dynamic. Draymond with a triple-double. And okay, Steph had a fresh haircut, but come on.
Most cases of 12-plus threes made in the game. He surpasses his brother, Klay Thompson. He has 4 all-time games with 12 or more threes made, and he had that record on his mind, as he told Fitz and Buki, that those first 2 threes in the fourth quarter, which were online, he was thinking about that record right then and there.
10 threes by third quarter. Of course, you start thinking, how can I break it? And it takes the first 2 heat checks in the start of the fourth quarter. I mean, Steph was dynamic. I mean, the whole time I felt like the team really rode on his